they didn't say why Mike Papapavlou died. Michael Papapavlou. Yeah, I went to high school with him. Yeah. Michael Papapavlou, Spring, Texas, Klein High School. Yeah. So he had wife Wendy and their 3 children. Oh, he started naming them after. Did he have a? See a lot of Hispanic names. Did he marry a? Well, Wendy. That sounds like a white girl, huh? Yeah. Okay, but he liked Spanish names, I guess. Well, Tasambika is definitely Greek. So Mike Papapavlou, if you haven't guessed, is Greek. So I just thought of this song and I thought about Michael Papapavlou. Did I know him well? No. There's a lot of people I didn't know very well. I knew their name, and his name stood out because it was Greek. If your name was Johnny Johnson, I don't remember you anymore. If your name's Brian Willis, I don't fucking know you anymore. If your name is fucking Tom Miller, I don't remember shit like that usually, unless the person was really, really somebody, memorable to begin with. But typically, the James Johnsons of the world, I don't fucking remember who those guys are. But Papapavlou, you're gonna remember like unique names. You're not gonna remember Rob Johnson that much. So they had really what the draw for the boys was they had Tice. We live off Tice Mail Route, so they had Tice Elementary School. I didn't go to that school. It was just they have a big court there, basketball court. So that's how I met these people. I didn't meet them in class. I met them out on the street, on the court. Like the Fresh Prince of fucking Bel Air. So, wife Wendy and 3 children. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, it's George and Michael Jr. Okay, Michael Jr. Michael Papapavlou Jr. and Ted Sambika. So the way I knew this cat is he was this skinny, Greek lad. He kind of looked like Ralph Macchio, from Cobra Kai or something. Most of the people that went to Klein High School were like dorky white kids like me. Okay, dorky suburban white kids, trying to wear Tommy Hilfiger fucking clothes. Get our clothes from Structure and Abercrombie and Fitch, shit like that. So we were. Klein is a like a top academic school, and it's also not only just known for academics, athletics, a lot of different fields, really. So. Now, if your loved one passes away because they're doing drugs and alcohol, now typically you don't want to go to the funeral and be like, "Hey, this guy was a junkie." Okay, it's just not. It might be the truth, but the truth hurts people, and the truth that's a sensitive thing. When the people are dying, to tell the truth. Well, she shouldn't have been fucking hitting the tequila, or he should have been doing. So Travis Murray was from. He's in jail right now. He always talks about Michael Papapavlou. You hear about that shit all the time. Papapavlou. I mean, just over and over again, man. Papapavlou. It is a name that's memorable, huh? For sure, without a doubt. So he was just one of the hood rats. I mean, I'm sorry, one of the suburban Klein kids that would just be, hanging out. What's up, dude? Hey, what's going on, man? What's the scoop? I'm just a suburban kid like you. Hey, what's up, suburban kids? How y'all doing? But we were going down the Tice Mail Route hoop because they had a pretty good hoop down there, right? Yeah, it was like it's still there. I'm sure kids hoop it up. They've been hooping it up at that school since probably the 80s or the 90s. And 1980s, 1990s, I got to be clear about that. The further we get to 2070 and the 2080s and the 2090s, I mean, I won't be alive then, but I'm saying still, just for the posterity of it, I have to say 1980s, 1990s at some point. So he would like be in a jersey or like a sports tank top thing, shorts, and then I would be, in my shit, and then I'd like be walking down the street, and then he'd be like doing the tricks with the basketball and under the legs and doing all that shit I couldn't do. That's why I didn't make the basketball team, because I didn't know how to do the Harlem Globetrotter kind of shit. And I would have joined the team if I knew like special skills, but I really didn't. Some guy could out dribble me and just like score me because I couldn't fucking do it. I could have learned how to do it. I was just too fucking lazy, really. That's really what happened. It was like try out for the basketball team, and I was like, fuck, I don't know how to dribble, and then I just kind of fucking. It was like I don't know how to dribble, and I was like, I can't jump. White man can't jump. I was like, oh shit. I'm in a Wesley Snipes movie. I don't even know. I didn't even know I was already. I'm in a Woody Harrelson Wesley Snipes movie, and it ain't fucking Money Train. It's White Man Can't Jump. I wish it was Money Train. So probably I'm gonna get a DeCapo so I can play that Oasis shit. Yeah, I want to play some of that fucking Wonderwall. I'm gonna play some of that shit. Some of that Brit shit. Call it Brit shit. Yeah, British shit, Brit shit. It's like a nice like abbreviation. I'll play some of that Brit shit, some of that Brit pop from the 1990s. Sorry. So Papapavlou, what's that guy all about? So Greek dudes walking down the street. He looks like Ralph Macchio from the, it's definitely European for sure, and but not like a blonde, like Ukraine. You see the people with the yellow eyes. That's my friend. His parents were, their parents were from the Ukraine, and he had yellow eyes. They were like hazel, yellowish eyes like that. I was like, not many people have yellow eyes. Or I've seen it like Irish people too. Like they have like green, yellow, golden. There are people with golden eyes, but they're usually from Europe, and they're usually Caucasian, or at least European heritage, right? But he was Ralph Macchio. He was like fucking Greek as fuck. He had the tan and the Ralph Macchio Karate Kid Cobra Kai thing going on, and he was real scrawny and shit. He was shorter than me too, I think. Yeah, but he's all coming up like hooping, walking down the street, and it's like, what's up? Yeah, you want to go hoop it up? And I was like, yeah, sounds like a good idea. I mean, what's the point of playing a game if you don't have any players? Sure, you could play by yourself. What's more fun? It's fun to play with other people. Duh. See if they're badass, see if they're good, see if they suck. It's just, just for the FYI, it's just, in the database, okay, this guy sucks, this guy's good, this guy's a bitch, this guy's a faggot, this guy's an asshole. Just you references up in the brain. You're just doing your brain recon. You're just doing reconnaissance in the field. It's no big deal. You're just seeing who's who and what's what, and that's what youth is all about. That's what life is all about, really. But that's neither here nor there. Or you want to? Exactly like da 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 near near. That kind of captured it, huh? It's like ba da 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 dee 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 meow. The bass is like what? Hey, ooh, ooh, ooh. What about me? I'm bass. I'm bass. Fuck you. Done. You plumb lost the plot already. It's already gone, huh? The plot was lost, and I plumb forgot. It's one of my favorite sayings. It's like somebody says, I plumb forgot, and I lost the plot, too. Like the Johnny Depp trial. Sir, did you say you were going to burn her in hell and that there was going to be a bloodbath, sir? It's like, indeed. And he's like, did you tell her to fuck off and drink that glass of that bottle of wine? He's like, indeed I did. Did you throw a cigarette ashtray at her? Indeed. I'm not denying these things. Johnny Depp Amber Turd trial. That's funny. No, what's one of your favorite parts? Like when he goes, and the fecal matter was I went to go lay down in the bed and there was a fecal matter. Living with women is like hell, huh? Yeah, it really is. It's like it's a drama storm for sure, without a doubt, without a damn doubt. It's a drama storm because women they're like highly emotional and it's not that men don't have emotions. It's just that women are just like, oh, my emotions, my feelings all the time. And that can become a fucking problem because when you want to like, take a rest from a work day or something, you've been working on a project or whatnot, and a woman is just blah, 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 blah. It's just fucking, it drains your soul away. It's draining, it's wasting your fucking time. And men only put up with it because women have their children. That's really the only reason. Otherwise, they wouldn't put up with this shit at all. And so. So it was. Sir, did you wake up and drink a bottle of Jack Daniels? Is that appropriate, sir, to be drinking hard liquor in the morning? Is that a normal human behavior? Uh, Happy hours anytime you like, mate. The bars are always open, mate. Shit. That guy. Oh my god. He should win an Oscar for his trial, man. Best actor of the year, Johnny Depp. It's just like the next Oscars. But invite Amber Turd there so that Amber Heard there so she could like jump up on stage and slap him in the face. It could be like, or punch him in the face like she usually would. And she could just deck him on stage. And the award goes to Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, best duo performance for a divorcing couple. And the award goes to the roommates that hate each other the most. Even though they're opulently wealthy, they have like massive wealthy opulence, but they're still like just dazzlingly unhappy. They're both attractive, but they're just so. I guess she has like psychological problems or something, is what it is. Daddy didn't pay attention to you when you were a little girl, right? Oh, we see what's going on. Oh, that's what it is. She wants some guy to like. She wants to just like control the man, right? And he's not really a guy who's like into being controlled. I mean, he's into like the woman like making him a sandwich and massaging his feet, taking off his work boots, shit like that. He's into that romantic shit, that kind of like spousal devotion. He's into that shit, but he's not really into like, don't you care about me all the time, Johnny? He's not into that shit though. That's the part of it that's not good. Because maybe he just wants to go to his office and look over files or go read or something, you know? Maybe he just wants to play his guitar or like fucking go take a motorcycle ride or something. And she's like, these fucking allergies. Fucking allergies. Paul's appalling pollen. Look at this fucking splooge everywhere. Every rose has its thorn, my dear. Every beautiful planet has its earthquakes. Every day has its dawn. Just gets cliche at some point, huh? I don't know. I think if I was married to somebody ever or had a girlfriend and she pooped in my bed, I would be like, oh man. I guess this one's over, huh? Dropping deuces in my fucking dropping those deuces. Like, this marriage is over. Oh shit. But the man has the added trauma. If he has a lot of money like Johnny Depp, I mean, if you have like thousands and millions of dollars, and you just marry some chick because she's hot, and then she just fucking divorces you, and then you're gonna wake up in the middle of the night with cold sweats and going like, she's gonna take all my shit, all the shit that I fought and sweat and blood and died for. She's gonna take it all because I guess the really like opulent dudes need to get like prenuptial agreements that say, hey, guess what? When we divorce, if we divorce, you're not getting shit. You're getting here's the contract, $100,000 or whatever, $2 million, whatever it is. Okay, that's all you get though. You don't get the fucking, you don't get all the stuff. So how much fun did we have hooping at Tice Elementary School? We didn't think we were going to get in trouble because we were under 18. Obviously, if we were over 18, we wouldn't be usually at the elementary school. So they don't think we're pedophiles. So, and I think we did it mostly like when the school was out and everything. So that's how we didn't get in trouble because you want to be like Jared Fogle from Subway, go to the middle school. He was on tape going like, I like the way those when their breasts when they start to develop. Oh. That's how he lost weight, right? He wasn't eating Subway sandwiches. He was hanging out. He was cruising to middle schools and shit. He was waiting for recess, right? He's like, have any of you girls entered puberty yet? And they were like, hey, it's Jared. It's Jared Fogle from Subway. And then like, he was like, give me a big hug. Let me feel your thingies. Ooh, that guy, oh my God. We know how he lost weight. Now he's losing weight in jail, huh? Bubba's like, bend over, I need some butthole. You know how that story goes. And drop that soap, Jared. He's like, we're gonna lose some pounds today. Ooh, fits right in. Oh. Welcome to P-Way or something. No, P-Way. That is like a food place, right? Pay-Way or something. No, it's like, welcome to the beef sub sandwich. Have you tried the sausage sub today, Jared? I know you like it. Jared's like, I'll never see a woman naked ever again. Ah. Unless, I guess there's like, there's prison dating. There's like pen sex. Yeah, I've heard about it where they could strike up relationships through the cage. Like, I love you, darling. Bite me. They probably send each other like erotic letters. Like, when we get out of here in 20 years, I will no longer be able to ovulate, but yeah, there you go. My tits will be sagging, and your penis will be limp, but we will do something when we get out. I'll save up this $20 I've been slaving for 30 years. Maybe I'll make $20 a year, be in a high income bracket. Making those license plates and shit like that. So Papapavlou, yeah, we used to hoop it up, Tice Elementary School. I have fond memories of of the hoop days. Just hooping it up. I think about getting another basketball. I know people getting my age, they're like, oh shit, I can't play because my back hurts and all that stuff. But um, sometimes you blow out your back. I don't blow out my back because I make my legs real strong. Which if you make your legs real strong, then you run the risk of that you're going to hurt your legs or you're going to hurt your knees. So wear and tear is inevitable in old age, no matter who you are. Um, Unless you're George Soros and you suck Lucifer's dick or whatever to get the eternal life potion. I don't know how that motherfucker's still alive. What is he, like 100 years old? That guy must be sucking Satan's balls every day. I mean, that guy is like a supernatural type guy. Supernatural in the sense that he just doesn't seem to die. Like you're just like with George Soros, you're like, when is this guy gonna die? 105? Are you fucking kidding me? That Lucifer immortality deal must be awesome. I don't know. I always thought that vampires trading their soul for immortality was kind of. Would you sell your soul for immortality? I think it's good for things to have a conclusion. So I think eventually it would get boring. So, but technically, would life ever get boring? No, because there's like aliens and other planets and like a universe. I don't think it'd ever really get old. There's life on other worlds, and I guess there'd always be new worlds to explore. So, I mean, in theory, at least, not just this one, but a multitude, millions of worlds in multiple galaxies, multiple universes, multiple realms. Like there would be no end. There's an end to our lives, but there's not an end to that, to the firmament, the eternium, the multiverse, the cosmos, whatever you want to call it. There's no, that has no end at all. And so, and if it does end, then it just restarts the cycle. So it just is it's like a perpetuum. It's a perpetuum. It's what it is. Like it's perpetual. You call it a perpetualium or something. I don't know. And it just goes on forever. It's like it's less like a Christian or Jew or Islamic thing. It's really it's really Hinduistic because it's an endless cycle of life, death, and rebirth. So it's like it's cool. It's really cool in that factor. Less of a Judeo-Christian model and more of I'd say a Star Wars type model where everything just keeps life. It's endless cycle. It just keeps on going and going. It's like the Energizer universe. It's going, gone, but not gone. It's never gone. I don't know. You've been watching too many philosophy and scientific paradox videos. Yeah, I love that stuff. Intellectual paradoxes. It's fun. Is the cat alive or dead in the box if you can't observe it? It's Schrodinger's cat. Yeah, that shit's pretty fascinating. The old one, you would say in the forest, when everybody was running around like hoodlums, little boys in the country, growing up in the Texas wilderness, they would say, if does a tree fall if there's no one around to hear it? Oh, that's your favorite one, yeah. Does something happen in the forest if if you're not there to see it and you don't know it. It's like classic paradoxes, right? Classic ones. Like ones like that are paradoxes that you tell your people tell their children and they spread around to all the other kids. And so, yeah, I guess Travis Murray hinted from prison that Mike died of a heroin overdose. And so in 2018, I don't know if did he say it was fentanyl, that dangerous dope that's coming across the border from the Mexican drug cartels? It could be that. I don't know. I'm not an H dude. I'm really like a beer and weed kind of dude. And so I'm pretty simplistic, very old school country, like moonshine and weed. And maybe some other stuff, but not normally. I know there's a lot of pill poppers and shooters and all that stuff. I mean, shooting heroin and maybe it has to do with either psychological pain or it's like real pain. I've seen a lot of people like they have a back problem or something and they start shooting up, or they start self-medicating, or they go to the liquor store every day. And to each their own, I guess. I mean, I'd rather just go to a doctor and be like, hey, my back hurts. Do you have something? Well, I guess you can get addicted to prescription painkillers too. So I guess there's no really way out unless you just have a responsible doctor that knows what's up. You go to a chiropractor, or you have your primary care physician, and just check that shit out and just take care of yourself. Basically, I mean, that's preventative healthcare. It's basically taking care of yourself. But unfortunately, a lot of people hit the shit and they do drugs and they do alcohol because it's expedient. My old buddy Jamie Juhan, I was just kind of curious about him one day, and I looked him up on the internet, and then his arrest record came up. And or I was looking on an arrest record site. I was just inputting friends in there to see who got busted for what. And his bust was hilarious. It was like right down the street, and it was like oxycodone, and then he had like weed, and then he had mushrooms, and he had like LSD and fucking tequila. I was just laughing because it was like a Hunter S. Thompson laundry list of drugs and alcohol, and I was like, oh my god, that guy got busted for heroin and fucking everything. I was just laughing. I was like, oh my God, Jamie. I was like, Jamie had a hard life. He's had a hard life, but he got married. He got cleaned up, if you want to know his story. He got off the shit and stopped getting DWIs and stopped, getting high and all that stuff. He was upset with the world because we take for granted, the ability to walk, the ability to have functioning legs. A lot of people take that for granted, like it's a given. Like, I'll always have functioning legs and I'll always be a walking man. Not necessarily. I mean, if you go to war or something, you may not be a walking man. Somebody might blow your legs off. That's not pleasant, but sure. You get into a car accident. Whatever. Somebody could stab you in the spinal cord, like my dad. There's a lot of ways to become a paraplegic, quadriplegic, what have you. Christopher Reeve, he fell off a horse. I mean, shit could happen to anybody. You could be horseback riding or doing some mountain climbing, and your life could be fucking over like that. And flash right before your eyes. Maybe you get Parkinson's disease. I'm not saying that this shit's great or anything. You don't ever want those diseases, but it can happen to just normal people caring about their day. You don't always have to be doing high risk behavior like horseback riding or mountain climbing to eat shit. So Papapavlou. All right. Hello, hey. Hey. Oh, I'm about to start cleaning up the kitchen. Already cleaned the floors. Took it all out, got our food. Oh. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was just cleaning. I'm just cleaning up. Uh, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. Awesome. Oh, yes. All right. So, yeah, yeah. Oh, good. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Are you going to stop by and get some food? Are you going to get some food? Are you going to get some food? Oh, okay. I'm going to have your leftover egg roll right now. Okay, I love you. Thank you so much. Do they have good enchiladas at Martha's? Or? Okay, all right. Those quesadillas are really great. Yeah. The nachos and the quesadillas are awesome. Quesadillas. All right. Okay, love you. All right, bye. Okay. All right, so they'll need access to the house? Okay, all right. Okay, love you. All right, bye. Papapavlou. Let's. I mean, that's a tragedy when any man dies, but especially when a father dies. I'm not saying single people's lives aren't important. It's just traditionally you would be sad. More people go, oh, she had kids and he had kids. Oh, that's more sympathy. From I mean, not sympathy just for the sake of sympathy, but more like, oh, they're going to grow up without their father now, the daughters and the sons. And that's going to be rough, for a single mom to raise the children. And, you got to pay the bills, got to go shopping, got to go do the chores, got to do the fucking, all that shit. Even with Social Security and death benefits and life insurance, it's still tough. So, God bless the Papapavlows and the Greeks. Get them to the Greek. My big fat Greek wedding. Yeah, so I like those movies. I like how the guy was proud to be Greek. He was like, "I'm Greek," and like the white guy didn't really give a shit. He was just like, oh, "Okay, I just want to bone your daughter or romance with your daughter." They call that, right? Call that romance. What is that? This kind of full of shit thing people have been in. The romance. It got kind of like, well, it makes it seem like people are getting together because they like each other. Beyond their bodies, beyond their sexual attraction, and that's quaint. That's cute, I guess. Let's say that's a cute ideal, right? But at the end of the day, human beings are savage animal beasts, and so at the end of the day, we're just savages, savage wild animals who can plan things and think, though, so a lot more dangerous in that regard. Animals that can build things, think about things, consider things, ideas. So mother was the necessity was the mother of invention. So somebody needed to eat, so they had to hunt, and then they couldn't be eating raw meat, so they had to learn fire and how to cook. So they had to learn how to make a campfire to cook the meat. Um, Probably a good percentage of the human race was probably wasted by people just trying plants and poisonous mushrooms and shit that they shouldn't have been eating. because they were starving. So I bet a lot of deaths were just people didn't know. And then eventually the tribe was like, hey, that over there, that mushroom, okay, these are good mushrooms. These are the ones that have the toxin that kill you. And they developed the science, like. And so, anyways, I'm not going to do like the etymology of mankind right now, but I think you get pretty much the idea there. The origins of the human species. Yeah, the debate against the origin of the human species is pretty fun because they keep finding skulls from all around the world, and they found a skull that was like in the Caucasus region, and the debate on ethnicity, DNA, race rages on today. Um, do racial and ethnic groups have an intellectual hierarchy? Um, I think I guess the more politically expedient answer would be to say yes, but with little, I mean, with big consideration. So it would be very tempting to just put people, racial and ethnic and nationalities, into a hierarchy chart. Like this group is smarter than this group, and this group is below this group, and this group is below that group. It would be very like uh, not only offensive. I know people like Stefan Molyneux and far right people do it all the time, and they like to do those race and ethnicity, IQ categories, and that's why they're deplatformed a lot because that's all they talk about. Basically, they talk about it a little bit too much, and for the YouTube algorithms liking, and I'm not going to get into it just for that reason because it's kind of like it's a taboo topic, but it's also forbidden, and so it may not be forbidden on Twitter anymore. But I wouldn't want to get into a big argument about that because people will get emotional, people will get bit out of shape, and they'd get really, people will get bitter and outraged pretty quick. I would just like to say that there's probably a whole lot of different branches of humanity, and they were spread all around the earth. People want to know of a central origin point, though. So if you're taking psychology or anthropology or something, they're going to say the human species came out of Africa or the Middle East, whereabouts, like the Garden of Eden. No one's actually found the Garden of Eden, right? Because it was like the actual Garden of Eden where Adam and Eve were, right? I mean, that's like no one's ever really found that. That should be the Indiana Jones movie, Indiana Jones and the Garden of Eden. No, the garden was destroyed by God, though, so technically it wouldn't exist not on this planet, which is a deep thought. I don't. People want to say Africa because it's like it's very politically correct, and they have found a lot of Lucy and a lot of ancient skulls in Africa. So probably, if you're a professor teaching a class, you want to tell the students. Not because you're PC and the administrators tell you what to think or what to say. It's not because of authoritarianism, totalitarianism. It's not because of communism or socialism or wokeness or political correctness. It's not just for like keeping the peace or anything. What they would say is, well, I am a scientist, so I'm going to tell you the scientific view of this. And they're just going to say, hey, guess what? We came out of Africa. We were like monkeys out of the forest. And Darwinian evolution, biological evolution. And so that's what they're going to say. And then the people, and like the religious people, the cross thumpers are going to be like, and they're going to go home and tell their family, guess what the doctor told me today? He said that we were apes that came out of the forest of Africa and went to go hunt in the plains. And the religious nutcases are going to be outraged because that's not their theological worldview of how the world operates. So that's just going to blow that out of the water. My friend is a big time Christian, and he was very upset by the last Indiana Jones movie. He was upset because it was like a flying saucer flies out and it's aliens. So he didn't like the crystal skulls. He didn't like the Mesoamerica mythology of the crystal skulls, and he didn't like any of that stuff, like the Aztecs and the Incas and the Toltecs and the Mayans. He didn't like any of that shit because that's Mesoamerican peoples. That's native peoples of Central and South America, Mexico, Central and South America. So he's not cool with it. He might go see an Aztec movie or a movie about the end of Mayan civilization, or the end of the Incan civilization of South America, but he's not going to watch a movie where the origins of life are explained through seeding like Ridley Scott, like the Prometheus. He might watch movies like that and be kind of entertained, but once you're part of a cult, if you're part of a religion, so you have to adhere by the tenets and by the beliefs of that cult. You're tied. I mean, if you join a group, you have to follow the rules of that group, you know? So, so if I join YouTube, I can't talk about a lot of topics, but I can't talk about what? You know what I can't talk about? I can't talk about the 2020 election. I can't talk about the coronavirus, what I really think about that. They used to ban you for the lab leak theory. Now I don't think they can, because the Wuhan laboratory Chinese virus lab leak theory is very, it's widely accepted by a lot of people, even if they're not allowed to say it or express that precisely or explicitly, I mean. So I know what topics are forbidden, and I know what topics are okay to talk about, you know. And so that's just, so if you do join something, you know, you represent that something. So if you join the military, well, the government owns you. They can tell you to jump out of a plane. They can tell you you can cry and go, I don't want to jump out of a plane. But Uncle Sam's going to be like, jump out of the plane, motherfucker. You signed up for the military, right? The federal government owns your ass. And so if they want you to go to some war that's for 30 years that is pointless, you're going to go. I don't care if it's Vietnam or Afghanistan or whatever. You got to do what if you sign up Uncle Sam or Uncle Sam drafts you, you got to do what they say. So if you join any organization, either involuntary or voluntary, you've got to do what they say. So that's just kind of how it is. And definitely you cannot be a Christian who thinks that, like, you can't go, you know, the preacher's preaching about the fire and brimstone and heaven and hell and Satan and God, and then you're like, hey, what if aliens created us? They'd be like, get the fuck out of here, L. Ron fucking Hubbard and Dianetics and Battlefield Earth and all that shit. Get the fuck out, you know. They're gonna laugh at you like a science fiction fantasy nerd gone crazy into conspiracy theories. So, yeah. So Michael Papapavlou, I think, is what we were talking about. Yeah, rest in peace, brother, and God bless the Greeks and the Papavlos. Yeah, I don't do drugs. I'm not a drug guy. I guess I'm too. I love beer and whiskey and shit like that, you know, and smoking some, rolling down the street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice. I love all that stuff. But like the whole, like, I guess I'm not big on needles. I'm not big on needles, not even vaccines. I mean, I kind of like when they put it in my butt. That's Travis Murray. Put it in the butt. No, I didn't like that either. I'm just kidding. But I kind of didn't like needles, and so whether it's the flu shot or it's the fucking shingles or COVID-19, SARS-CoV-2, coronavirus shot, whether it's, I mean, I just don't like needles. You know, I don't like intravenous things like that, and I'm not acquainted with heroin or fentanyl. I know fentanyl is a synthetic heroin from drug cartels from Mexico and south of the border. I know it's like what, 100 or 200 times more powerful and addictive than regular. When man makes something, I always get suspicious. When it's nature makes something, I don't bat an eye. I say, huh. But when man does something, I'm always have to check yourself. They had GHC, which was synthetic weed, and I'd always smoked regular weed, just kind bud, herb, uh, ganja, the Kashmir Kush, the Maui Wowie, the Buddha, you can call it a billion names, the purple. I'd always just smoke the good stuff, the badass shit, the Joe Rogan podcast shit, and some guys like, hey man, because in Texas is a hardcore conservative state, so there are liberal, like radical people like Willie Nelson, and there's people that represent a lot of different political viewpoints, and Texas really is a pot-friendly state. It's just that the conservative, what happened is that these guys who became lawmakers and used to be college party boys, they grew up, okay, quote unquote, and they have all this responsibility and to run these businesses and run Texas, and be governors, and maybe they're Judeo-Christian, they go to church every Sunday. They have very, 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 very strict traditional values. And it does not say you can't smoke weed in the Bible. It just says take care of yourself and don't become a fucking drunk. So, basically the Bible is just like, be moral, be good, and don't do evil shit. In a nutshell, you would say that. So it's a morality play is what the Bible is. It's a guidebook for living, I suppose. This is how you're supposed to behave. If your neighbor's wife is hot, don't, pull down your pants and bang the shit out of her, and just stuff like that. Just the basics. Thou shalt not lie, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not spank at thy monkey on Christmas Eve. Just like the usual stuff. And nothing really too alarming in there. Do not betray your mother and father. Do not speak out against your mother and father. Don't covet. Don't idolize false idols. Blah blah blah. And the rest. You know the rest of the story. I know you went to Sunday school and your parents were really religious, and you went there and they tell you the whole deal. But and since Judeo-Christian faith is predominant in Western society, you're going to hear the story whether you want to or not. And there's always that traveling guy, right? And he has the pamphlet. It's like, Jesus is going to save your soul. Sign right here, man. Join my mailing list. Visit my website, dude. There's always that one guy, right? He's like, live in the way, man. There's always that dude. Always. It's always going to be that guy or guys, people. And that's cool, man. I don't care. It's just give me the Jesus book. I'll just put it in my library of Jesus books. Give me the DVD. Give me the book. Give me the Bible. Give me the fucking. Usually they don't Quran. They don't really advertise, right? They don't really have to go out and go. They don't have to find recruits. I mean, they recruit for sure. I mean, without a doubt. But they don't do it like, hey man, do you want to join the Muslim Brotherhood? They don't come door to door. So that would be kind of weird, Hey man, have you found out the word of Islam? And you're like, no, I don't have no interest in that. Thanks. They'd get a lot of doors shut in their face, right? They'd be like, don't you want to clothe your women? And then I'd say, what kind of fucking religion would I want to clothe women? Clothe women? Who thought up a religion where you put clothes on women? That you put them in a fucking... No, I don't think so, dude. Why would you deny yourself big Hooters and and nice asses and jogging around in shorts and stuff like that, dressing up like hookers in the night. I mean, why would you deny yourself that pleasure in life? I mean, there's not many like pleasures in life, and that's one of the ones that is like hallelujah. That's like one of the greatest ones. Why would you deny yourself that one? Because it's sinful. And I was like, well, how is sex sinful if that's the way they make babies? If they make new human beings, shouldn't that be a good thing? Shouldn't sex be like the greatest like thing that there is? I mean, silly. I know why it was invented like that. The Pope was like, oh shit, someone's gonna fuck my daughter. I'm gonna make up a rule where he can't do that. Yeah, I don't want anybody knocking up my daughter, so we got to say that this is illegal, right? So, yeah. Oh shit, this guy was killing all my men. We got to say, thou shalt not kill. And then he was like, oh man, I'm sick of these liars. Let's put in the Ten Commandments. No lying, no lying. Oh my God, my wife was cheating on me. Let's make adultery a sin too. Oh my. Mm-mm-mm. We gotta make a list like stuff that people can do and people can't do. And like, oh God, it's Uncle Pete, drunk ass Uncle Pete, and he's like, he's got like his fifth DWI back in ancient times or something. And the Pope and the Emperor are like, fucking Uncle Pete, and he's just stumbling around. I got into the wine again. Thanks. And they were like, well, let's put in there, don't be drinking, don't become a drunkard. Let's put that on there too, yeah. And let's put like uh, don't do hard drugs, and let's put other shit on there just for the safety and the health, the well being of society. Let's just write these things we're gonna do and these things we're gonna agree not to do. And that's the formation for any kind of religion or any kind of laws that you have to have rules. So uh, it could be about power, it could be about control, it could be about like just self-preservation too, like you protect yourself, your family, your friends, your nation, your tribe, your community, your race, your whatever it is. And so that's what rules are all about. Not just, of course, rules are about power and control, but they're also about what? They're about defense and protection and a lot of other things. So I don't do heroin because I know that I get addicted to stuff easily. You can put like a mound of cocaine right here. You could put a weed sack right here. You could put like a bottle of Jack Daniels and 6-pack of beer right there. You can put a cigar right there. And you could put a fucking fentanyl. And you could put black tar heroin. You could put all that shit on my table right now. And guess what? You could put mushrooms. You put peyote, ayahuasca, uh, LSD, um, ecstasy. Put all that shit on the table. And I would just be like, bottle of wine. I'd fucking just beep, 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 beep. I would. That's it. But see, it's not here, and the reason why it's not here because I know I would do it. So I'm like a guy that's like, don't have it, and I don't know about it. Hear no evil, see no evil, because if it doesn't exist, then I don't know about it, or if I do know about it, I don't have to act upon it. So if I know that there's powerful heroin that people are overdosing on all the time in the nation's opioid crisis, then I could say, I could probably not. I don't think I need to do that then. So that's the survival self-preservation factor, which kicks in. It's like, hey, you know what? I like living, kind of. It's kind of a fun little adventure we're having called being alive, isn't it? So, yeah, I think life is a fun adventure. I mean, it's not a bed of roses. It's not always, as Freddie Mercury would say, a pleasure cruise. Okay, I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying that like I like the state of aliveness. I like living. I got a lust for life, Iggy Pop kind of shit. I really like it. I think it's a great thing. I think it should be preserved and um, multiplied, like the Catholics. Be fruitful and multiply. I think it should be like that. Yeah, that would be like paradise. It would be like the perpetualium. Like it would be a great eternium, and that's what I like about it. I mean, um, yeah, some people are going to get caught in the crossfire. Some people are going to go down, and then other people are going to rise. And it's just the way it is. That's fine. That's fine with me. Um, so yeah, heroes fall, and sometimes villains fall, and we do the best we can. So that's why I don't really stress out about it too much. You could stress it. You could worry all the time, right? You could worry until your hair falls out, until you get white, until your teeth fall out, your hair falls out, and your balls drop off, and you can worry about shit. You know, worry about the world, worry about the bees and the trees and the environment, the fucking hydrocarbons and carbon dioxide, and you can worry about when aliens get. You can worry about aliens. You can worry about demons. You can worry about anything. And really, I like to focus on the present and um, living seize the day in the moment in which the day is occurring. And so, kind of, you think about the past a lot because the past was, in a lot of people's cases, it was a lot happier than this time we're living in now. This time right now is very unhappy. It's very the other way. And so a lot of people are, really upset and stressed out. It's not a good situation. Um, the world order as it is now, or the world disorder rather. And so, um, Michael Papapavlou, rest in peace, one of the victims of the opioid crisis, I suppose. Um, they don't list cause of death unless you're a family member, right? And so I can just operate off rumors and hearsay. As said before, we weren't like close buddies. We weren't like hanging out every day, every week. Um, so it's unfortunate that we didn't get to talk or even have a Facebook chat or instant message. I mean, usually I would not try to. If I just hooped up with you in high school or middle school, typically I'm not going to be dialing you up. When I'm like 40, when I'm 50 years old, be like, hey, remember that guy I used to play basketball with when I was 14? I'm going to call him up. It just that's not usually how things operate. So rest in peace, Michael Papapavlou. I put my nigga because I was going to write some song where I could say my nigga, my nigga. Are you going to write it again? Yeah. Let's do it. When does Travis Murray get out of jail? 2025. Yeah, that's a long time to be in the pen. Yeah, I think what it was, a lot of people who went to jail or the pen during the pandemic, they thought they were going to get like out. So I think a lot of people who went to jail or the pen, they thought, oh, the judge is just going to let me out, probation. I'm going to get, for heroin and DWI, I'm going to get a light sentence, even though I already have like 3 or 4 of them. Um, in Texas, Mothers Against Drunk Driving made a 3-strike you're out rule. So that means you're fucked after the third DWI, like financially, and they give you a long ass sentence too. What is it, like 5 to 10 years or some shit? Yeah, they lock your ass up. Good for that shit. You might get parole or something, but it's fucking. So, yeah, Papapavlou. It was supposed to be like the song. What was it supposed? It was supposed to go like Michael Papapavlou, my nigga, Michael Papapavlou was my nigga, my nigga. Well, this is like he died 2018, so that's like 4 years. So we graduated high school in this time. Yeah. Michael Papapavlou, he's my nigga, my nigga. He used to play ball though at Tice Elementary School. My nigga, my nigga, my nigga, my nigga was my nigga. So you're supposed to say my nigga, my nigga, affectionately, not like in a racial sense, but like just as a like kind of comedic type sense. Michael Papapavlou was my nigga, my nigga, my nigga. Yeah, I'm gonna get a capo. Tonight's the Mega Millions. I think it's about $30 million. So always play the game. The haters are gonna hate, but always remember, don't hate the players. Hate the no. Don't hate the players. Love the game. It'll be all good. What do they want? It's the same old shit. Everybody wants kind of the same thing. Everybody wants to rule the world. Everybody wants to rule. You should, but yeah, I should sing that one day, huh? Everybody wants instead of Michael Papapavlou, my nigga. It's not a real one. A lot of people from the area have been calling me lately, huh? Did they leave a message though? That's rude. If you're gonna call me to talk about something, at least leave a message. Like say, "Hey, what's up, my nigga?" or something. Yeah, Ted Nugent has a YouTube where he plays guitar and talks about things. I think it's. I saw him live once. Man, fucking Ted Nugent, he turns that shit up, dude, until death. That guy. I mean, some of these shows, I need some. I need to start bringing earplugs. They're gonna make me fucking deaf. So, Ted Nugent, real small hall, Bayou City Music Hall, and it was fucking atrociously loud. Like I loved it, but it was. What was your funniest one? Ted Nugent anti-Clinton, anti-Obama rants were fantastic. But what did the Ted Nugent said? He said he got it. He was on the probably he did this back in 2005, And around that time, 2005, 2006, yeah, 2007, right before the election, Obama, Hillary had the Democratic National Convention. Now they're Democratic in name only, not in actual reality. Okay, they don't want a democracy for people; they want total control and power. So Ted Nugent is an outspoken conservative right hard rocker, like kind of like. Anyways, so he's known for being really super hardcore, ultra masculine. You know, a lot of testosterone pumping through his existence. You know, being a tough guy, being a a real Detroit City madman, they call him, et cetera, et cetera. And so I was at the show, and my ears were about to bleed. This guy was so fucking loud, and he's in his cowboy hat. He's fucking woo and playing stranglehold and stuff like that. All the badass shit that everybody loves from the '70s. And he started to do some political commentary in between the songs, and he has like the mic, and he had the cowboy hat, and he has the camouflage and the hunter's garb and all that jazz and that getup. But he goes, "Hey, Obama, Hillary." He's like, "Strap on this, motherfuckers," or something. I love what he said. Clinton, Obama, strap on this, motherfuckers. It was hilarious. I was like, yeah. I was like, hallelujah, this guy. My God. I was like, I bought the fucking t-shirt. Well, my aunt bought the t-shirt because she took us. And then he was so nice. My cousin Travis was into rocking, and he was only like, what? Was he like 7 or 8 or 9? And then Ted Nugent said, "Bring that young man up here. Bring that young man." And so finally, my aunt and Travis got on stage, and then Ted gave him the guitar pick. And I'm sure he saved that guitar pick. It was signed by Ted Nugent. And I'm sure it was a memorable moment in his life. I mean, if I was young and that happened to me, that would be like, I'd keep that pick like a golden case or something probably. So it was pretty epic. I didn't mind spending on merch, the Detroit Rock City Rebel original OG, and so that was pretty cool. And what was they had this old guy named Maurice, and I worked at this place called Central Market Cafe on the Run around during the Obama time, and he starts talking. This guy named Maurice, this is an old guy who's cracked me up. He said, Obama and Hillary, Hillary Clinton, they couldn't even run a cafe on the run. I was about to die laughing. He goes, Obama couldn't even run a cafe on the run, a kitchen on the run. Oh, Maurice, he absolutely killed me. Obama and Clinton couldn't even run a kitchen on the run. They couldn't even probably run a Taco Bell without making it communist or something. Yeah. So, well, gotta go do some chores and things, clean up the kitchen. And rest in peace, Michael Papapavlou. Yeah, Travis, why is he in jail? A girl. Same old shit. A girl stalking, computer stalking, not like stalking in real, not like hanging outside her house, in the bushes, not that kind of stalking, but like computer shit. His personality is more of a cyber criminal anyway, so. Now, could he hurt somebody in real life, physically? Travis Murray? I think, you would have to piss him off sufficiently for that to happen. I think you'd have to be in close proximity to him, and then you'd have to really, really get him pissed. You know, really like get him bloodlust pissed. But as long as you don't do that, it's probably cool. But if this dude, if you call him a bunch of names and beat him down, yeah, he could probably hurt people. But mostly he's just a cyber criminal, kind of a sexual deviant, basically. The female community might be a tad bit less safe with those characters, you know, on the outside. But usually he's pretty harmless. He's just angry. He made certain mistakes in life, and a lot of people make mistakes in life. I mean, this is the only one we got. So sometimes you make mistakes on the road, and you just gotta grow and learn from them instead of letting it, you know, beat you down the whole time. So that's really the trick, is to be like, oh well, fuck that up, and so now I'm gonna try something better. So that's a learning experience. Um, yeah, it's so as they say, as Dr. Phil would say, this is our lives, and this is not a dress rehearsal. If you do make a mistake, it's going to be hard to fix it. All right, so that's why you got to try to get stuff right the first time. Now, I know a lot of people don't understand certain drug and alcohol and painkiller uh, addictions. So if you're drunk or an alcoholic, they say, well, stop drinking. All right. And they think they're like so high and mighty, right? They think they're like gods or something. They think they're just so fucking smart, don't they? So they're so smart. They don't understand the addiction, you know, the uh, physiological addiction, the withdrawals, uh, they don't understand that if somebody's addicted to heroin or fentanyl, and yeah, you can lock them up 5, 10, 20 years, but when they get back to the street, what are they going to do? They're going to be like, well, that's 5, 10 years of my life gone. What am I going to do? Well, I could go get a job at Wendy's, right? But when they try to go get a job, the employer is going to be like, where have you been the last 10 years? Well, I've been in the pen. Yeah, I see that. We did the background check. So why should I hire you? You're kind of a liability. You're a risk to our organization. Blah, 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 blah. And then the guy's going to be like, oh shit, I'm middle aged now. I'm 45, I'm 50. I don't have that much time left to do what I want to do or do what I dream of doing. So he's going to go like, da, da, da. And then he'll have to go get a job at what? Walmart? $8 an hour? And he's going to be, he might be relieved. He might be like, oh God, I got a job. Oh, Taco Bell uh, needed the overnight shift. He might be like, whew, you know, like relieved, or he's going to be super bitter. And he gets that first, what, $100 paycheck a week from Walmart, from the Waltons, courtesy of minimum wage. And he's going to like find the junk. He's going to find those dealers. He's going to find those fucking people who do heroin. He's going to find the H. He's going to find the black tar heroin. He's going to find the Mexican heroin fentanyl. and then he's going to be back using it again. So that's my dog. All right, let's get a little banana here. Banana-rama, Fofana. Let's do it. So the facetious thing is that the people, really good by new, huh? Very tasty. All right, I'm gonna go. I am hungry. I'm gonna go eat an egg roll. And hmm. Yeah, we're gonna do some gaming later and shit like that. It's gonna be badass. Um, Also on the channel, either this one or Dream Wheeler, we're gonna get 2 new Shih Tzus, a boy and a girl, I think. And so we're gonna kind of catalog the life of the Shih Tzu, of the Shih Tzu, Shih Tzu, Shih Tzu. So we're gonna expand our wolf clan a bit. So she's gonna. She got ill before and too old before she got to have babies. So, but before she dies in the next few years, probably by the year 2027, I would imagine, we're going to get her kind of the experience of being part of a wolf clan, the experience of being part of a family. We're going to at least give her that, that joy. So we're gonna give her the opportunity of family through our wolf clan, and we'll be happier because we'll expand our wolf clan and expand our tribe as well. So it'll be, kind of precious and very happy times. Um, I got to clean the kitchen. I got to go pick up the trash, and then I'll be back for gaming after I got everything under control around here. I power washed the front of our condo and everything on Sunday. So still a little bit sore from that, but anyway, it looks great. This is the Banu for the Shih Tzu. Mm, good day. There you go, Booba. She's like a drug addict with food. Like she gets one hit, she wants more. We got food addict, alcoholic. Thankfully, no drugs. I mean, hard drugs. I mean, so So we're gonna have to change our banana situation. Um, when we get the two Shih Tzu puppies, we're gonna have to. The two Shih Tzu puppies are gonna have their own banana, and I think me and Bella will just split a banana like we always did. So we'll have a considerable wolf pack going on there. So is that good? You got a burp or whatever? That's cool. Everybody's got a burp, like everybody's got to take a shit as well. So welcome to life, being a life form. We're having a good time, huh? Hell yeah. You complete me. That shit. Um, so yeah, Travis is kind of a bad boy, I guess. Huh. I don't like DWIs. I don't really like getting arrested that much. So the whole like you're in the back of your Shia LaBeouf and you're like, "Hey, fuck you, motherfucker!" I don't really enjoy all that stuff. You know what I mean? All that crazy shit. I'm drunk off my ass and I get arrested. I don't want that shit. You know, it's just the Shia LaBeouf, Charlie Sheen lifestyle really isn't for me. You know what I'm saying? And you're right, girl. Okay, good girl. Put that by new. I know that's what you wanted, huh? Yeah, I know what you want. You want love, man. Yeah. Shih Tzu. Uh, I saw a Greek. He was on the street. He said, "Would you like to basketball, G?" And I'm Michael Papapavlou. Get me to the Greek. Um, of course, like in an official obituary, they're going to be like, "This guy was great. He was a dad. He was a what a fantastic person." I mean, the family ain't going to write some shit. I mean, that'd be like going to my mom's funeral and being like, "She drank a pint of whiskey every fucking day." It just wouldn't be legit. I mean, it just be kind of a cheap shot. You know, it's kind of like it's the word is it's not classy. It's very unclassy. Even if you're telling the truth, people don't want to know the truth. They want to know like some candy coated, sugar coated version of it. Okay, they want to know like it's gonna be okie dokie. Everything's gonna be flowers and sunsets and rainbows. That's what they want. They don't want some. They don't want to be like, hey, yeah, if you keep doing that junk, your breathing's gonna stop and you're gonna die. Bum bum bum. They don't want the truth, right? Because the truth's gonna be painful. So they're like, Uncle Pete is a drunkard, and he's got arrested 5 times for DWI, but the judge was lenient, so let him loose. So okay, so Travis was trying to like tell the judge, hey, I just need reformation. I just need corrections. I just need therapy, and I'll be good. All I need is therapy. I just want a light sentence. I just want light probation, maybe some community service. Pick up some trash off the road for a while or something until and then so that's what he wanted. He wanted like something. He didn't want to be holed up with a bunch of dudes who were like pedophiles and child molesters and shit and rapists. So the real freaks, the real criminals. He didn't want to be locked up with hardened animals. The hard dudes, the crazy people, and Shit, the judge was like, well, I see your history here. You've been bad most of your life. You've been screwing up, last 10, 15 years. But the judge was like, okay, enough. Yeah, we're gonna end this right now. We are going to correct this problem, but you're gonna go away with the butt pirates. You're gonna learn your lesson. You're gonna have to look at dudes' butts and dicks. You're not gonna be able to look at. There's gonna be no girls. There's gonna be no women. There's gonna be no TNA. You're gonna have to look at dudes' balls, and you're gonna have to deal with that for 5 years, locked up in the prison. You're probably gonna be locked up with a guy who is a gay rapist that he cut off somebody's ears. Yeah, it's not going to be pretty, whatever you think it's going to be. So you're going to eat nasty food, nasty fucking food, old food, like 10-month-old fish and shit that the Navy or the fucking school system threw out because it expired. Yeah, you're going to eat like the most garbage food trays you've ever eaten in your life. You're going to be like, well, it's sloppy slop day again. Yeah, it's not going to be like you're in a 5-star hotel. Yes, room service. Yes, I'd like the deluxe London Royal with the uh, yeah. It's going to be like shit. So yes, can I request some cheese on that bologna sandwich? And the guard's going to look at you like, what the fuck? This is not a hotel, brother. This is jail. This is the pit. Jail. The pin is not supposed to be pleasant. That's why they call it the clink, the cage. Uh, yes, I would like the London Port bull's head sandwich, please, with the provolone cheese and the Dijon grape upon mustard. This is not a hotel, bro. And the guards and the orderlies are going to look at you crazy if you're like Paris Hilton going to jail. You think you're going to get eggs Benedict or some shit. Like, like you're the Queen of England or something. Yes, I like the English breakfast with the sunny side up on the eggs, please. Holy shit. So, I love Wolf. Oh, you look pretty. Are you cool enough? It's hot outside. Okay. So I'm going to go do the chores and, get to work, baby. Work is never over. Make it do it. Daft Punk. It's like, make it do it. Faster, stronger, better. Work is never over. And it's called Daft Punk Discovery. They're a French electronic duo. They're famous for being like robots, pretending to like dress up as robots. They broke up for some reason. I guess they just wanted to retire and I don't know, do stuff. Retire. Maybe they have families. Maybe they wanted to. If they're not gay, they have families. Maybe they have like. Maybe if they're gay, they have families. Maybe they adopted. I don't know about their personal lives, but. Um, Yeah, whoop, whoop. My shit too. Yeah, we got work to do, Chubella. Instead of Chewbacca, I call her Bella Chubella sometimes. Yeah. Travis used to have a dog. It was called Gizmo. Oh, he loved that dog. Yeah, very, very much. But lost everything. It's the people losing their lives over this opioid crisis shit in America. It's not a joke. I just I'm not bad enough to have a bad habit. I'm just I'm not bad.
you know, I don't think with evil intention like some people do. I don't think naughty, the naughtiest things I think are sexual in nature. They're usually not like, you know, there's a really attractive woman. I might, you know, look at her ass, look at the TNA or something. That's like natural, but hardly do I ever think, hey, let's get some hard drugs, or like, ooh, I have $500, let's get drugs. Some guys, they think like that. You know, it's like they're having a thinking problem. They're not thinking correctly, and you know, a lot of that has to do with addiction and the addiction, your body, the physiology, or the mind of an addict. Unfortunately, a lot of these guys are going to jail and dying all the time and overdosing. So, um, so yeah, God bless to the Papapavlou family and Michael Papapavlou. Nice to know you, at least in a little glimpse of a deal. People still think I'm the wealthy real estate guy, huh? Ironic. In his obituary, it said he was into real estate. Yeah, I got a lot of friends that got into real estate, huh? My friend Randall Martin from middle school, he has a business. It's called Keeping Real Estate Real. Keeping it real. Keeping it real estate. Uh, Now that's clever. I like that. That's fucking clever. I really enjoy that. Um, so, anyways, the day is burning. Seize the day, everybody. Remember, life is not a dress rehearsal. I mean, there are no do overs. You can go on damage control, but it's hard to do stuff over. So do it right the first time. You won't have to worry about it after that. So that's just some sage wisdom, um, or not so sage advice. But God bless. Best of success. Um, that's what I always say, and nothing less than the best of success for everybody out there. All right, later.